welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Talisha. Don't forget to subscribe and drop blue hearts in the comments for my baby Elijah. Okay, y'all, this video is a tad bit different from my other videos because it's a voiceover for the most part. You'll get some clips where you'll hear me talking, maybe a little bit of him, what he got going on, but for the most part, this is a voiceover. I decided to document this journey, not necessarily for social media. It was just me documenting the moments, the memories, everything that he was going through, the treatments, the sickness, the hospital visits, doctor's visits. I just decided to, get little videos here and there. But anyway, let's get straight into this. Okay, it started off, my baby is autistic. As most of you know, he's nonverbal. And for the past, I'll say at least 3 years, 2.5, 3 years, he's had an issue with his bowels. Like, he has been constipated a lot. And I always knew that it possibly was because he had a poor diet. So fast forward, he was seeing his pediatrician. I always, made it known to her. I voiced my concerns about him having an overly sized stomach, him having constipation, large bowels, and things of that sort. But she always told me that it was due to him with having a poor diet because he don't eat a lot of vegetables. He's a very, very, very picky eater. And so the things that he eats, it causes constipation. Things such as cheese, pasta. He drinks a lot of milk and Pediasure. So those things are going to cause constipation. So me not knowing, and I'm just going along with what she's telling me, because I brought this up to her several times. Every time a lot of times when I went to the doctor. So, and I'll say 2 months ago, we went to a doctor's visit. He was going to get his physical exam, and so he went to get his physical exam. He never misses a beat. I never miss doctor's appointments. When he's sick, I'm taking my baby to the doctor. So on this particular day, he went. Everything was fine. And a few days later, he developed a cough. So he got this cough. Mind you, his other therapist has been telling me, like, maybe he need to go see a GI doctor, this, that, and the third. Maybe they need to do a full, check up on him, like, So I was like, okay. But the pediatrician kept telling me, no, I feel like it's his diet. He just has a poor diet. She prescribed him Miralax and told me to just keep trying to give him water and keep offering him green vegetables. I was doing it. So he got this cough, and it got worse over the next few days. And I tried to get him back into the pediatrician to see him because he started tugging at his throat as well. And so by him being nonverbal, we have our own special way of communicating. And he kept tugging at his throat, or when he eat or drink something, he would touch his throat like it was hurting. Okay, I know my child, regardless if he talks or not. Something ain't right. So I took him to Methodist Le Bonheur because I couldn't get him into the pediatrician. They didn't run no tests, y'all. We were just there for half a day. They were giving him pain medicine and prescribed him something for upset stomach. He had no diarrhea. He wasn't vomiting or nothing. Just prescribed him without running no tests at all. So I was finally able to get him into his pediatrician. He went in. She confirmed that he did have strep throat. Okay, boom. I'm mad because the hospital didn't run no tests. They barely tried. But anyway, so she prescribed him antibiotics. We went in on a Friday. I picked up his prescription. So from Friday to, I'll say, Sunday night going into the morning, his fever, he also had a fever going on, y'all. Fever was getting up to 101, 102. The antibiotics should be then got in his system within 3 days. So by Monday, that Sunday night, he was breathing weird, really, really fast. And that's not normal for him. So when I got up Monday early morning, I called the ambulance because I'm like, something ain't right.
No.
And so we went to Labona Children's Hospital, which I should have did in the first place, but I didn't. And so we did. He ran tests because my baby's skin has always been pale too. He's always had dry lips, and his pediatrician used to always tell me too because he don't drink a lot of water. So dehydration can equate to dry lips, right? So all of this is making sense to me,
The bigger one.
So, but when I got him to Labona Children's Hospital, the doctor immediately observed his feet were pale, his hands are pale, his lips are chapped and pale, and he looked underneath the eyelids. I don't know all that. But anyway, so he ran some tests. He had an x-ray done, found out my baby had pneumonia along with the strep throat and dehydration. So, and they also did blood work. So all the test results came back. His blood levels was really, 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 really low. When I say low, y'all, I'm talking about, thank God I made the decision to go ahead and take him to a different hospital and keep trying. Make sure y'all always advocate for y'all babies. I don't care whether they autistic or not. Advocate for your children. If you feel like something wrong with your children, believe it. Go with your gut instinct. So we're at the hospital. He ended up having to get admitted. He had to get 2.5 units of blood because his blood was very, very low. And also his platelets were really, really low. And yeah, so
That's a big boy.
we got admitted to the hospital. He stayed in there for 3 days. He got 2.5 units of blood and a iron infusion. So they felt like he was good enough to go home. His levels were coming up. They weren't normal still. They were still kind of on the low side, but they were going up. So they felt good enough to let him go home. But before they did, the blood doctors, they came in to talk to us. And to sum that up, he became a St. Jude patient because his blood levels were so low. He had iron deficiency, severe iron deficiency. And so yeah, so now he sees he has to go to St. Jude so they can keep checking his blood. When we went to St. Jude, y'all, they were so freaking nice. I promise to God, they were so, 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 so nice. Everything you hear about them, when they take care of families, I mean, they do the whole 9 yards. Believe them. If you want to go to their website and donate, because I mean, they take care of their patients, the families. They do not play. When I say, from making sure you eat, if you need to be housed, they're going to give you gas money for having to come back and forth to the doctor's appointments. Everything is covered. Everything is covered. So anyway, he's now a St. Jude patient. The first time he went, they said that his levels was up, and he had to get an ultrasound as well. So when he got the ultrasound, they found something on the ultrasound that they weren't looking for. He had a polyp on his colon. So that turned into another thing. So he ended up having to get referred to a GI specialist so they can go and run more tests or whatever. And right now, y'all seeing him at St. Jude right now. We were there getting the test done and everything. And I had to go back. This is me going back to St. Jude because I had to drop off his bowel specimen so they could run tests on it to make sure he didn't have blood in the urine. So anyway, fast forward, we went to the GI specialist. He wanted to, he had to do further testing. So he had to do a colonoscopy. Colonoscopy. I be getting that word mixed up, y'all. But my baby at the age of 4 had to had a colonoscopy. Colonoscopy. Y'all get what I'm saying. So, I've been going through it for the past 2 months, 2.5 months, like with my baby, dealing with him, my anxiety going up and down, me thinking the worst, trying to pray for the best, hope for the best. But so he ended up having to get that. We went in for that, and this is the part right here where we're going. He going for the colonoscopy right now. It was a same day surgery. He didn't have to stay overnight or anything, but it's just a simple fact that your child has to go through that. And I feel like everything happened for a reason. But if that pediatrician would have caught and took it more seriously or whatever, and I feel like I should have pushed the issue as his parent. I should have pushed the issue more. So maybe we wouldn't have got to this point, but God God works everything out. Everything happened for a reason. And me getting up and deciding to take him to that hospital that morning, that's what did it. Shout out to Labona Children's Hospital, baby. Shout out to them, because if it weren't for them, baby, woo. Anyway, I just thank God. So this is them. They allow him to pick out a toy. They were very nice too. So he wasn't really interested in picking out a toy. He was on my mama's phone, so we just picked out something for him. I had to dress out in a bunny suit because I wanted to go to the back with him. I wanted to be with my baby until he freaking went to sleep, because he had to get put under anesthesia. So yeah, so this is us leaving. But they did find a polyp on his colon, and it was very large. The doctors described it. I got pictures, but I may or may not insert it here. I'll put a viewer's discretion, a warning, like at the beginning of the video. So, might be a little explicit for some viewers. But yeah, they found the polyp on his colon. They were able to remove it successfully. My cousins brought him a little get well basket with goodies in it. But yeah, his colon, they were able to remove it successfully. We were able to go home. He ate him some pasta, as y'all could see. And he was acting like nothing ever happened. Through this whole journey, my baby has been strong. My baby has really not showed, except for when we were in the hospital. He was a little down, which is understandable. But overall, my baby has been strong. He's still been playing. He's still been himself, and especially when he got that blood transfusion and that iron transfusion, baby, he is strong. Always advocate for your children. This is just me inside the store, give my mom a thank you card and a couple of little snacks or whatever, because hey, give your people their flowers while they here. Like, she been going through this with me through and through. She take out work to go to the doctor's appointment with me, which I tell her you don't have to go. I just keep you updated, but she wanted to be physically there. So shout out to my mama. And this is us going to her house and just give her little gift, just a little token of appreciation, to let her know me and Elijah, we appreciate you. Just because you my mama, you ain't got to do it. So to sum it up, my baby has platelet disorder and iron deficiency anemia. So he has to go to St. Jude. They're monitoring his blood, doing blood work. He has to go for his second visit this upcoming Friday. So wish him well. Like I said, drop blue hearts in the comments. And I decided to go ahead and make the video because there are other parents out here like me that don't know what to do, maybe in it alone, and just don't know what's the next move to make. So all I can say is, parents, go with your gut instinct. If something is telling you something is off with your baby, get a second opinion. Don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait. And stay strong, stay positive, and you got this. And shout out to my family, because they have been, keeping in touch. I've been keeping them updated. They had been praying for my baby, and I did not even let them know that he was having a surgery until the day of, because I'm not doing this for attention, or I'm not trying to exploit my baby, but I got the courage from other parents, other autistic moms out there that are going through the same thing. So, yeah, I'm just hoping that I can be encouraging to someone, be that motivation to keep going. You got this, and peace out.